Hey there, YouTube. Did you know you could sign up for a free 30-day trial of First membership and watch shows like Theater Mode, Off Topic on its live stream. You could watch Always Open 24 hours early. You could watch On the Spot and tons of other First member exclusive content. Just click the link below to sign up for your free 30-day trial. And I love you, as you know, no matter what. Hello everyone, welcome back to Always Open. We
did it. We're back. Hey,
we're back.
In 2017.
It's the first episode of 2017.
Nice.
It's true. On this episode, we're going to be talking about the first time we lived away from our family, sexual fetishes, and pegging. So look out for those. But first, we got to get drunk with our shot of the week.
Maggie's here to take mine.
I'll just do it. It's fine. It's fine.
Yes.
We're making the smallest person do two shots.
Cheers.
This one
Cheers.
is the Duck Farts.
Duck farts.
Which is the reason I chose it. It's submitted by Hannah C. and it consists of Crown Royal, Kahlua, and Bailey's.
Bailey's.
So cheers.
Cheers.
Again.
Cheers.
Okay.
Cheers.
And cheers
Cheers
to you, Lindsay.
and
to
you,
Lindsay.
baby.
I'll slam it on Lindsay.
Yeah.
Okay, here. Thanks. On my boot. I like that the person who sent it in, his name is Hannah C. It just sounds like Hennessy.
Hennessy.
Yeah.
Hannah C.
Thanks.
It's
I
true.
can actually do two of these.
The
They're not that bad.
alcoholic.
They're good.
Nice.
It tastes like a little milkshake almost.
Yeah, I love it.
Yum,
It's
yum.
delicious.
Maggie takes her shots slowly too. She likes to drink
Yeah,
them.
you like.
Sorry.
You were like sipping that.
I don't drink a lot.
Oh, I do. Just toss it back.
I have
I need to
but
learn
I'm
to
like,
oyster it.
I'm gonna throw up.
I used
also
to not be
realized
able to open my throat like that, but now I can.
to do a shot.
Yeah.
We forgot to introduce ourselves.
Oh,
Sorry,
Rookie
everyone.
mistake.
Hey,
I'm Barbara
Whoops.
Dunkelman, host of Always Open, and with me today I have.
I'm Lindsay Jones.
I'm Maggie Tomini.
And I'm Mariel Salcedo. It's always so weird.
The last names.
Hi.
Should I stop with the last names? Do you think it's too much?
No, I like it.
them.
Especially with our hair like this too, and I like it because the guy's name is Texas who does our hair. We have Texas hair right now.
We have
It's
Texas
huge. Yeah, and I
We
love
have
it.
Texas hair on Texas hair.
So we can even go further with it.
and
Like,
David hair.
Hey y'all.
Hey y'all.
I'm Lindsay Jones. Hi.
I'm Margaret Tomini. I'm the group.
You're looking at Mariel closely.
I'm Barbara, eh?
Lord.
Well, something I was really excited about with this episode is that you guys have a lot of history together. So I was really excited to get you on the show. But I know a lot of people maybe aren't as familiar with you, Maggie. So to start off the show, we want to do a little bit of an icebreaker with a game. It's originally, I think, called Two Truths and a Lie, but I'd rather do Two Lies and a Truth.
There's big
So-
liars here.
Also, Maggie has notes with her.
I do.
Yes.
I came
know-
prepared.
If you
your
want to know
notes.
anything about Maggie,
Yeah.
this is a good insight into what she's like.
I have to have notes.
You fuck.
I love it.
She came so prepared. So do you want to kick things
we
off?
Oh, with my two truths.
Yeah, and we're
a
gonna
lie?
guess-
Or two lies and a truth.
Two Lies and a Truth. We're gonna guess which one's the truth.
Okay. Lindsay might have an advantage at this.
Oh yeah.
I'm
I
sorry.
won't participate. I'll just smile and nod.
Okay.
Give me a hint.
So, my nipples are pierced.
Okay.
Let me get a feel real quick. I'll tell you. I'll tell you the truth.
And that's
I
when all
have-
the audio listeners become video watchers.
I have 3 nipples.
It's all nipple related.
Almost.
Okay.
And then I have 5 tattoos.
Oh. I don't think it's the nipple one, the pierced one.
So you think there's a third nipple?
you
Let me feel. Let me feel.
It's right in the middle.
I don't know if Maggie has any tattoos. You
I
probably
know.
know. I'm like not looking at you because I
But,
don't
like,
want to have it given away.
so, like,
Secrets.
Thinking about myself and like I have a tattoo, but I have it hidden. So I'm like,
I did
maybe-
want to be a
maybe-
teacher if that helps.
Yeah,
at
like
all.
maybe that's kind of the vibe you got going.
Although, like,
Okay, let me feel. Let me just get
if she wants to be like, if you wanted to be a teacher, but Maggie's still a bad child. I feel like the piercing of the nipple is a good way to like
pierce nipples to
do
like.
something like rebellious.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna guess the nipple piercing is the truth.
I kind of want to go against you just because I want to point, because I want to win.
There's no points in this.
There's points, Barbara. There's always points.
It's a personal pride point.
Fuck, I'm gonna go with the nipple thing too.
The third nipple or the
Do you
nipple
know?
piercing?
The third nipple.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. So.
The what? What did you say?
Oh, shit, no. I'm gonna go with the tattoos.
Okay, the
Tattoos.
tattoos.
Tattoos?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Lindsay knows, so she
Yeah.
can play. Yeah.
Y'all pick the lies.
Are you
I
serious?
have 3 nipples.
Let me see. God!
Where's the third one?
show you those nipples. I'm just kidding.
It's not
You don't have to.
grotesque. It's just like
Oh my god.
Oh, is that?
it's this little
It's beautiful.
thing.
You know what you should do? You should get that pierced.
Right?
What is that?
It's like the tiniest little gauge with like a needle.
That's
Put a
amazing.
little
Third
charm
nipples
on it.
aren't that weird, guys.
Can you get like a Playboy charm to hang off of it? Oh, that'd be so good.
That would be funny.
So like growing up, did you know that was a third nipple?
Yeah, pretty much. It has like a little nubbin in it.
Could you milk it?
No, it has no feeling, and it's not really functional as a nipple at all.
Your
but,
nipple is
you know.
me as a person.
Yeah. Some people get them
Not
up here. I'm really glad I didn't have like one of these kind of third nipples. Like,
Yeah.
because it's like a cow. They go in the like,
And like
or I
lined
guess
up
not
with
like
your
a
normal
cow, but like a dog.
I was like, cows is like a cluster before. What are you talking about?
Yeah, you
have your
teeth.
I had to take two
You got
shots.
your top nipple.
Oh my lord.
Meg's like, I'm drunk already.
I love it. I love nipples.
Yeah.
What about you, Lindsay?
Oh man, I'm up? Okay,
Yeah.
cool. I was in an episode of Glee in the background. Chorus member, not full on singer. I really fucked myself up and broke my arm when I was skateboarding in high school because I was trying to be badass. I didn't know what I was doing. And I went to state for swim team for breaststroke.
Oh.
Oh, those are all like possibilities for Lindsay. You probably know this.
I
one,
don't
too.
know if I think I might, but I'm not sure.
I'm gonna say it's the Glee one is the truth.
Is the truth.
Just because I would love to see Lindsay in an episode of Glee.
What was the middle one? I feel like, because knowing where you're from and like given a little bit of your history, you're like Dallas socialite.
Yeah, yes.
So I'm like, I
So
feel like maybe you went through like a rebellious phase, right? After like cotillion, you were like, I'm gonna ride this fucking skateboard. I'm gonna break my arm
I
doing
did
it.
do cotillion.
Yeah.
God.
I can read you so well.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with the skateboard one. I feel like maybe that's.
I'm gonna abstain because I think I know.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Neither of those are it.
Oh,
Damn, Barbara, we
What? State. Damn. You went to state for breaststroke?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, girl.
I didn't even know you
Breaststroke swim team.
swam.
I did a lot of sports. I was just talking
Do
to
you
Sophie
know
about
Matt
this.
Tuggy?
Yeah,
I'm just kidding.
he was like, "Cool, you're gonna do everything ever."
Yeah.
I was talking to Sophie about that. I did softball, volleyball, track, field hockey, soccer, indoor soccer, swim team.
Isn't it so crazy how, like, thinking back in high school, and I'm sure we were all very busy in high school, and like I did so many things, and now I'm like, I can barely do anything. I can barely
Yeah.
go to
Oh, yeah.
work. Yeah. I go to work and I go home and I'm exhausted.
Yeah.
Like, we binge Netflix real quick.
Terrace Ho.
I already feel like I know so much more about you guys.
That's-
God, I
Who's
wish.
next?
I'll go next.
Okay, you go next.
Mine aren't as like cool as you guys. It's
Yeah,
just
neither
like
were mine.
stupid things I've done.
Just make shit up. Make yourself seem cool. That's what I did.
First one is they filmed an episode of Degrassi at my school.
You did go to Degrassi, so obviously that's it.
Second is I once cut myself while trying to trim my own pubic hair. Third is I've been bungee jumping.
I don't know any time I've tried to shave my pubes and not cut myself.
And I know you've done the
Didn't you
skydiving.
skydive? Yeah, yeah.
Have you bungee
But have I bungee jumped?
I'm gonna go with Degrassi because I think that's the coolest one, and I'd like that to be true.
If we wish it, will it enough, it will happen.
Let me feel your nipples. Maybe I'll get
Yeah, right? There you go.
Maybe it'll
Check out
tell
my
me.
nubbin!
I'm gonna go with bungee jumping.
Okay.
I feel like that's not right, but I
Yeah.
want to be.
Oh, I already said it.
Oh, yeah,
Degrassi.
Yeah, okay.
Degrassi.
I wasn't sure if you were.
Yeah. But to reiterate, Degrassi.
Yeah.
You guys are all wrong. I just cut myself. But it was like, I want to specify. It wasn't just like a little like, I cut.
okay.
It was like, I cut into my skin.
Okay.
Because it was with scissors.
Are we
and I wasn't
talking?
Oh, man, it was
thinking-
just scissors.
Or
Yeah. It's when I was
wait,
younger.
scissors?
It was like little scissors.
Like hair
so I was
scissors.
Oh,
trimming.
okay.
And you know, like, you got like lips and shit. So you like pull them and like,
Yeah.
so I
got a lot of
wasn't
flaps
paying
to work
attention
with.
and I went, shit. And I was like, ah, my skin.
Oh my lord.
Oh God, I can't even imagine how much that hurts.
It's like getting
Yeah.
a second period.
Yeah. Guys, don't
woof.
ever trim your balls that close.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Watch
just
out.
buy a trimmer. That's
Yeah,
what I
that
eventually
too.
did. I used to do like this. Like I would try to get a comb and then like cut.
That's what I- yep.
It doesn't work.
That's why I wax. I'm like,
Yeah.
you do it.
Yeah, you
I'll
do.
just lie
I'm
here.
just gonna lay here.
I trust you. Probably. I knew a girl in high school who didn't. She was so particular about being clean down there that she would tweeze.
Yeah, you
Oh
said
my
that.
God.
I was like, you're nuts.
That
You're
must have
insane.
taken her like 4 hours
Yeah.
a day.
She
I
was like
started learning
OCD.
how to wax my own pubes. I can't get down yet, but like I can do this area.
Yeah.
And that's like.
Would you buy like one of those kits?
Well, I have like a little like wax warmer and like strips and stuff. Like I tried to learn how to legitimately do it and stuff. So that's what I've been doing with my legs, and now I'm starting
Well,
to
you know,
just, like,
sometimes when you go and get a wax, they're like, all right, let me just tweeze you. It's like, oh God, no, please.
Yeah. I think the girl in high school did have OCD, to be fair, and that's probably why
Okay.
she was cool with it. But yeah, I was like,
The person I go to, they do the tweezing at the end of it after
Yep.
they already waxed me, and they're like just cleaning it up, and that's like when you're like, oh my God,
Yeah.
like you're so delicate at that moment.
Did you guys were you ever into Post Secret?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
There was I like got all of like his coffee table books and stuff, but there was one secret that I distinctly remember, and it was just like, I think it was kind of like a punishment type thing. Like the girl was like, I'd tweeze my pubes and then I eat them.
Ah.
I was like, oh,
Why?
why?
Why did
What's
you
wrong?
do
Like, what have you done?
Gonna cut up all your pubic hair.
There you go.
It's almost as bad as people eating their own nail clippings, which I've heard people do fairly often.
What?
You haven't heard about this? People eating their own nail clippings?
I can't even like bite my nails off.
Yeah, I don't do that.
It's like
I'm a
I was-
bad nail biter.
I was picking my nails once, and someone scolded me and was like, "That's disgusting." I'm like, "You bite your nails. You're the one actually like,
Yeah.
eating it. You're ingesting
Do
your
you
stuff. I'm
know
just
what
picking
these
it
things
out."
have touched?
Yeah, they're all over shit.
what about you, Marl?
I'll go with mine that aren't as cool. Then I'll try and remember.
Episode of Degrassi.
I was on an episode.
So you should have gotten the notes.
I know, I should have got my notes. So I had my gallbladder taken out. My parents used to own a goat farm. And my cousin is a pretty well-known Mexican soap opera star.
Could I say all of those are true?
Well, they are! Feel my nipples, I'll tell you.
What was the first one?
I don't know.
If they're pointing left,
So that
it's
one's
a lie.
No, I said I got my gallbladder taken out.
Gallbladder,
Gallbladder, goat farm, famous cousin.
I'm gonna go with the famous cousin
I'm gonna go goat farm.
The truth?
as the truth, because you're Mexican, and I feel like that's very possible.
Right.
All Mexicans are.
We're all
They all
famous
have a
little
famous
bit
cousin.
Yeah.
in our own right. Lindsay, what about you?
I'm gonna go goat farm too.
Goat farm,
Yeah.
country.
As much as I want Selena to be your cousin, it
know,
probably didn't
I wish.
happen.
Yeah.
Actually,
Salinas.
my cousin is famous. He's a famous soap opera star.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
He's like pretty okay, but his girlfriend is like major like superstar soap opera star.
Would you be comfortable saying what show he's on?
I don't fucking know.
So he's famous, but not that famous.
Yeah.
Oh, you
He's-
should
he's
just been
like-
like, it's called No Say.
Yeah.
I would have been like, oh, awesome.
Catch him on the Univision.
Back when I was in Spanish class to help us learn English,
Are you gonna go
they,
La Catrina?
no,
Oh, that's what we had.
they played Destinos.
Oh yeah,
For
Destinos.
us.
Right, that too. Yep.
Tengo dudas.
I literally have no idea what you're talking about.
And La Catrina, the main person, it was a girl from America, and her name was Jamie. And the whole fucking show, she'd go visit people, and they were like, "Oh, Jaime." She's like, "No, soy Jamie." I'm like, right, okay, we get it.
Yeah.
I guess the J's silent.
Yeah,
It's like a Jaime.
Jaime. Yeah.
Sorry. I'm not offensive. I'm sorry.
Perfect segue into our first ad read. Talking about hymens. This episode of Always Open is brought to you by Movement Watches. I absolutely love the watch they sent me. It's the one with the peach. It's sleek and stylish, and I always get tons of compliments when I wear it out. Movement was started by two broke college kids that wanted to wear stylish watches but couldn't afford them, so they started their own watch company. The watches start at just $95 at department stores. You're looking at $400 to $500. Movement figured out that by selling online, they were able to cut out the middleman and retail markup, providing the best possible price. Get 15% off today with free shipping and free returns by going to movementwatches.com/open. That's movementwatches.com/open. Join the movement. Oh, thank you, Movement.
Yeah, movement watches are the shit.
They are. I
That's
love
what I've
them.
heard. I really need to get one.
You should.
Yeah.
They're great.
I'm at the
join
point in my
movement.
life where
Yeah.
I don't have time to bullshit, and they're awesome. There, that's my endorsement.
Was that a pun?
Yeah.
I don't have
time for
time.
this shit. Movement watches.
That should be their new slogan. Ain't nobody got time for this shit. Movement watches.
I like, what did Michael say? Because they spelled out AMT. He was like,
yeah.
oh, they take away the vowels to give you the savings.
Well, they passed the savings on to you.
Yeah.
I
Beautiful.
know. I love
Michael.
the way he does the ad read on this topic.
A drunk.
Same here though.
Yeah, me too. Oh, we should probably mention Lindsay is
yeah.
drinking. What's it called?
It's a pregatine.
100% Everclear.
Yes. Yeah. Just drinking it. That's actually blood. That's all it is.
Just because I know there would be some people watching me like, oh my God,
Yeah,
is
no.
Lindsay
Yeah,
drinking?
Lindsay's not drinking
Non-alcoholic.
alcohol. That's
Cool.
why I took 2 shots, assholes.
Yes. She's drinking for me like a true friend.
She's
Thank
actually
you.
just drinking blood. It helps the fetus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a sacrifice of many virgins to help.
What also helps lubricate the placenta and make
It
sure
does.
it gets
Yeah,
stronger.
It's good blood flow.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're gonna eat it?
It's giving back.
Don't eat your
It's like cooking
placenta.
it.
It's not okay.
No, I'm good. I'm good. Thank you. Don't want to do that.
Maggie says it in a way that she knows. She's like, don't eat the placenta.
I've tried this.
I had placenta once, it just wasn't that great.
I've seen stories where like even so like people say all the nutrients that you would be gaining by eating the placenta are taken away by cooking it, but you can't eat it without cooking it because of all the diseases that exist in your placenta.
It'd be like eating raw chicken.
Yeah.
or something?
It's like, why would?
Could you get food poisoning off your own placenta?
I am positive that you could.
Let's try it, Lindsay.
Yeah,
All right.
look that up. Yes. Has anyone done this?
Is Michael gonna drink your milk?
Bah. That's what we talked about too.
Oh my
I don't
God.
want that. No.
Okay.
I mean, okay, I'm gonna pump.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it
I
before.
mean, you gotta test it too. You know?
Exactly.
What if we did
yeah.
shots of it on Always Open?
He was like, I want to drink it
What
from
if, like,
a
instead
cup.
of Kahlua,
Like, that's still
we
weird.
Lindsay's breast milk.
That's still weird.
That would give us the best duck farts.
I mean, we will probably be doing a Mother's Day special. So
There we go. I'll serve you all. I'll be the bartender then.
it's just Lindsay there, like,
Got it.
Drink it up, everybody.
She says something
When do
we
you
don't.
start
She doesn't like.
lactating? Does that happen before birth?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. But I still got a little bit of ways to go.
Yeah.
I'm
Let me
about,
feel your nipples.
Oh, yeah. I'm about 3.5 months
that
in.
going,
So
yeah.
I
that's
got-
gonna
I
be
got
the
a
title of this episode.
Yeah,
She's
Big
starting the
nipples.
show. There's a little tiny bump.
little bump.
Little baby.
I saw the other day you were wearing like a dress or something, and I was just like, I see just a little bit.
It's a bit. I'd like to rub every now and then, especially if I'm at the gym. People are like, "What's wrong with her?" I'm like, "I'm just rubbing my baby. Don't worry about it."
I felt really bad the first time she started showing. I was like, can I touch it?
You get a pass. Go
Could I eat your placenta?
I'm one of those assholes.
But like, yeah, you get a pass. I feel.
Well, you
like.
guys are very close.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So it makes sense.
We've,
You used to live together briefly.
we said we've pretty much done everything aside from anything sexual. And
Yeah.
people are like, well, you must have like kissed or something by now. I'm like, no, absolutely not. There's
Yeah.
no
Well, I can't
romantic
think of a
relationship.
better time than right now.
Purely platonic, but we have
Yeah.
shared some intimacies.
The way we feel about it is like, because we're both heterosexual, if one of us was a man, we probably would have ended up together.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
I'd like to believe that I'm the man in that scenario. But
Yeah,
I just
you-
want to make you a beautiful
as long as
wife.
I can use a strap on. And
That's
like,
fine.
Yeah.
Go for it. Yeah.
Interesting.
Well, this leads perfectly into my first time. This one's submitted by Tina W., and she would like to know your first time living with someone other than your family.
I had the 50-50 experience of like I had an apartment halfway through, like junior and senior year of college. I decided to get a roommate, and I knew her from theater, so we ended up living together, and it was great. We got along. But before that, it was total like potluck selection for a roommate. So my first year, I had this really, really bubbly girl from Texas who was super awesome. And then the second year, I had the roommate I told you guys about who like left her vibrators everywhere. It was like
yes,
the dildos. Motherfucker.
Old Faithful.
Megan.
It was actually really funny, and I'm gonna call Texas out for this as he brings another drink over. But I mentioned, I was like, oh, Maggie's gonna be on the show today. She used to live with Lindsay, and you're like, was this the girl with the
Yeah, I
vibrator?
was like,
No, I would call
this
Lindsay out on her
person
vibrators.
that had the, what was it? What did you call it? The, what was it? The Goliath?
Godzilla.
Or
Yeah,
Godzilla's one.
Godzilla.
She had like, there was a white
God.
one. She's like, this is Snow White. I'm like, what?
Thank you.
Snow White.
Yeah. It's
That's
like, all right.
ridiculous, yeah.
Cool.
I was
like,
secretly
that is
hoping it was you.
You just toss shade at her as you do her makeup. Like, have you washed your hands today?
And I'm secretly judging. I'm like, she's so small.
It's weird. She was really shaky all the time. She couldn't stop
There's just always
shaking.
one in there. Sorry.
There have to be people like that. Okay, if you're this kind of person, I want to know just because I'm curious. If you leave your vibrator inside of you all day and you go about your work day and no one notices, please leave a comment below.
No, okay. So
Are there people?
I'm sure there are.
But there are
have to be.
people who like, there's this egg that you put inside of your
Yeah,
vagina.
I've seen that. I know what
And
you're talking
you're
about.
supposed to keep it in there so that you clench and you tighten up.
You get the
Like,
Kegels.
Yeah, there are people that go around all day with this little egg, and then you have to like try to hatch it to get it out.
How do you
Like,
is there a string attached?
no, you just have to.
Push.
Yeah.
What if you can't?
You have
Well,
to birth the
that's your fault. Don't have such a wide set vagina.
It's not my fault I have a heavy flow.
my fault.
Oh my god.
Does it? I assume it makes kind of like a pitching machine sound too. It's like,
Yeah, I imagine.
When it's
I mean,
out.
I've never tried it. So I saw it on Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Of course you did.
Oh my god. I'm like, it's just so much.
They have a,
I'm gonna buy that for you now.
there's a video game now. There's an attachment, and I forgot if it's for mobile, like on your phone, or if it's on DS. You
I
still
know
have to correct me
exactly
on
what
this.
you're talking about.
Yeah, and it's a Kegel game where you put it inside of you and you Kegel to make your character jump.
Excuse
It's a
me?
platformer. Yeah.
You put your phone in there?
Oh no. It's like an attachment that goes
It's
in,
something.
yes.
It's like an attachment that I think Bluetooth's probably to your phone
okay.
or your whatever device.
Yeah.
That's real weird.
So
I
and
love
you
that.
you clench to make your character jump, and it's like one of those like jumper games.
I threw it out to Achievement Hunter, and they were like, "Okay, that's too much." But I didn't want to play it.
I mean, I will volunteer to play it with you.
It would have to be you unless someone put it in,
Right.
in their butthole.
Well, I mean, you know,
Oh,
clenched.
hey, that'd be a thing.
Gavin's got a tight little butt from like clenching from Jeff putting Sharpies in there.
I got it.
I just thought it'd be funny to do like a webcam and you're just talking totally normally, but have it like in your hand or something. It's like, hey guys, just playing this game. It's awesome. It's a wonderful game. If you guys want to check it out, there's
But
a
it's
link
like,
below.
I used to do this thing. I used to when I was like playing Mario. Every time I would make him jump, I like make my leg go up with him. So.
Oh, nice. There you go.
My first time living with anyone besides family was I lived in this dorm at UT my first year called SRD, which I'm sure you guys know.
Scottish Rite Dormitory.
Scottish Rite Dormitory.
We
that's
talked
there.
about that.
It's
I was like, Mario, how'd you end up in there? 'Cause
Yeah,
we know
yeah, I
people
know,
who
right?
live there.
Yeah, no, it's like a
Who'd
really-
you get sponsored by?
right? I don't even know. 'Cause that was. I remember like being in high school and like my senior year and like being like, all right, I'm gonna live at this place with my roommate. How do I get in? Like, and I think like my brother's current wife, only wife, his wife, she lived there too. So I guess it was something maybe like the same person or whatever.
Yeah.
But anyway. So yeah, I've kind of talked about this before, but it's like super girly, like breeding ground for sorority girls, and obviously
Stepford Wives
that's
Central.
not who I was.
Really good cafeteria.
Great
Yes.
great food. But my roommate, Abby, she was like one of my best friends from high school. And it was always kind of scary going into it because, you know, they always say like, oh, don't like room with people you know from high school. Like it's not going to end up well, like especially if you've been friends for so long. But it was perfect. Like it was like one of the
Really?
best. Yeah, like
Nice.
and we still get along. She actually ended up transferring and going back to school near our hometown just because she was like, Austin's not for me or whatever. But I think like if anything, she'd probably say like I was a terrible roommate because there was one time where we had community showers. So there was one time where I didn't notice that she had gone to the shower, so I was like, oh, I'm leaving, and so like I locked up our room and left, and she like went to our room and was like, I can't get in, fuck.
Oh, no.
And the thing about SRD is that we had like houseboys, so we would have like cute boys that would like come and they worked in the
Sure,
cafeteria.
you're all about them.
Oh, I love those houseboys. I love the houseboys.
A lot of them were frat bros from my
Yeah,
experience.
they were all like frat daddies, and so they would, when they weren't working in the cafeteria, they would just like be hanging out in the main office with like the RAs and the people who worked there, and so Abby like had to like march down there and like her towel wrap and like her hair and just like, I need to get let in because like my roommate locked me out, and she still brings it up and she's like, fucking bitch. And, like I had to go down there for all
One
those boys.
experience though wouldn't
No,
tarnish
I mean
your
I was
roommate.
a great
Yeah.
roommate, but she likes to bring it up.
I dated a guy who had a roommate for a long time who would not once ever clean dishes. He would always leave dishes. And the guy I dated like owned the place.
Yeah.
So he felt like, well, it's my house, I need to keep it clean. So he
Yeah.
like always, and I was like, you should just like see how long it takes.
Yeah.
Because at some point that guy's
Yeah.
gonna be like, I should probably do the dishes.
Yeah.
One time it was like weeks before I did.
yeah.
He's just like, I can't, I need to clean it.
Yeah.
Meg and I were pretty intense on our filthiness. And that's why
Yeah.
it worked when we lived together. We're like, we're both disgusting animals. All right,
You have to be
cool.
like, I think, the same level of
Yeah.
cleanly.
I've gotten way better, especially with Michael. Like, he
Yeah.
is anal retentive as hell. His mom gave him that. So now I've had like a nice middle ground where I instinctively try and pick stuff up. Especially being pregnant, I've definitely entered the nesting phase where I just want everything to be clean around me. But think about like, we joked, but there was so many like Taco Bell wrappers
I
in our
know.
apartment and shit.
It was real nasty.
Yeah, there were times where like you could make a snow angel. And, like,
Oh my god. Wait, so your first roommate wasn't Lindsay?
No, actually, the first time I lived away from my parents was in high school. My mom doesn't have the best mental health history, so I ended up living with one of my teachers and his wife.
Oh, really?
And yeah, so my second half of senior year, I got my first experience with a normal family life and was like, oh,
Wow.
people do actually cook dinner every night and sit around a table and discuss things. This is amazing.
Actually, ask how your day's going. Wow.
Yeah, so that was fun.
That must have been a weird experience. then.
It was. They used to take in a lot of foreign exchange students, so they were used to like getting new people. But yeah, it was just a completely different worldview than I had ever had, and I was like, this exists.
How long did you live there?
For about 3 or 4 months.
Okay.
So
did you ever live on campus? Can't remember.
yeah, I lived in one of the really big UT dorms, Jester
Jester?
West.
Yeah.
Just JW.
and-
JW.
West. Yep.
My first
get it.
roommate, she moved out immediately when I don't know what I did, but like as soon as we arrived, she was like, I want another room. It's like, okay. And then got another roommate who dropped out of school. So then I just had like this dorm to myself for a long time. And then my second year, I got a private bath, but we had bunk beds, and the girl had sex on the bottom bunk all the time.
Oh yeah, I remember
So I was going
you.
to try to go to sleep.
That's right.
It's like, no.
We came by to grab your stuff a few times. It was her and her boyfriend in the bed. I was like,
Yeah.
nasty.
I know what you do in there.
You're nasty. You're doing it.
You're doing bad things in there.
What about you?
First time living with someone else.
Other
I
than your
guess, like I
family.
said, my first roommate in college was probably her, and she's very bubbly, very
With,
nice
with
girl.
the dildos?
No, girl before that.
Okay.
Megan was the dildo girl. This was a girl named Stacy. It was very, very
Megan.
sweet. Yeah.
Megan.
Megan.
Maggie.
Yeah.
Sure.
Megan.
Yeah, you were doing snowflakes and dildos. Let's be honest.
Oh my lord. But again, her name was Stacy. Super sweet. The first time that I met her, I opened my door to my dorm where I was like tried to open it, and she pulled it, and I guess she was already like waiting for me to arrive, and she whipped it open. She was like, "Hi, roomie," and like came and hugged me.
Were
So-
you like, no?
like, what's happening? I was still pretty energetic too from high school. Like I was way more bubbly than I am now, and like super outgoing. I'm pretty chill now.
Were you still like
Were you
really
in East?
Texas?
I don't remember.
No, I was in West.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
this was at the first place. I can't remember the name of the dormitory. One right next to Scottish Rite on the right side.
Yeah.
You're heading towards Guadalupe.
The girls'
Something
dorm?
with a D?
Something like that.
Is it girls' dorm only? Or
It's
is
not
it the
girls'
new
No,
dorm.
one?
it was
Yeah.
the other one.
The
It
one
was
across
like-
from that.
The new, the nice new one.
It was nice. It had like
yeah.
a nice little
Yeah,
cul-de-sac
I can't
inside of it.
remember what it was
There was a
called,
little
but-
mini park and stuff like that, and kids would be like playing hacky sack and shit. And it was like, oh, I'm at college.
Some
oh
of
my
the
God.
dorms
So
at UT
stereotypical.
are amazing. Some of the dorms at UT are like fucking
Straight out of like the
shitholes.
1800s.
Yeah.
I feel like kind of sad I never got that like college experience,
Nah.
because the school I went to, they had dorms, but it was on the campus that was like not downtown, and I went to school downtown, where like the business school was. So I never got that experience, and I feel like I've missed a part of my life.
I mean, honestly, I didn't spend a lot of time in the dorms or anything, but I mean, with theater, we just didn't have a lot of extra time.
Yeah, I was gonna
or
say that was where we
anything,
spent
so-
most of our time was the
Yeah.
theater, smoking them ciggies. Woof. If you're a film student or a theater student, you
Yeah.
smoke cigarettes,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Yeah.
And then they tried moving all the ashtrays away from
they're like,
like,
"No, no, get away from
anywhere
there."
near the theater, and it's like, okay, people are just littering now. Put these
Yep,
back.
pretty much.
yeah. I forgot that you used to smoke cigarettes.
Yeah.
That was like when I think we were first at Rooster Teeth too.
It's been almost 5 years. No,
Yeah.
more than 5 years now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks. Woo. I'm clean.
Nice. Good job.
Don't.
So this episode is also brought to you by Lyft. Are you in between jobs and looking to earn some extra money? Drive with Lyft, the ride-sharing app that lets you be your own boss, pick your own hours, and earn up to $1,500 a week driving your own car. That could easily pay for college or anything like that. It's a flexible way to make extra money anytime from nearly anywhere. All you need is a car. Lyft drivers can make up to $35 an hour, and getting started is just a tap away. You could drive mornings, nights, weekends, just flip into driver mode and start making money. Plus, Lyft drivers can earn tips right through the app, and those add up fast. And you don't have to wait days or weeks to get paid. You could cash out instantly once you've made $50 thanks to Express Pay. It all adds up. Driving with Lyft is super flexible, allows you to keep 100% of your tips, and is always there when you need the extra cash. Sign up today at lyft.com/alwaysopen. Right now, Lyft has a special offer for our listeners. That's you. You'll get $500 for a new driver bonus after
Hear that, listeners?
$500 bonus.
I could use that.
Meg's like, be right back. You get a $500 new driver bonus after you complete 100 rides within 30 days. Go to lyft.com/alwaysopen today so you can start making extra money and get your $500 new driver bonus. Limited time only, restrictions apply. That's Lyft, lyft.com/alwaysopen, lyft.com/alwaysopen. Thank you, Lyft.
I always really liked how their tipping system works.
Me too.
I love Lyft.
I like
Yeah.
it because it's like you have to tip, but
Yeah.
you can if you want to.
It's really like, and you don't have to do it right away, so like the person doesn't necessarily know if you.
There were
Didn't
times
enjoy it?
where I used Lyft and like I forgot to tip them right away, and then the next time I open the app like a week later, I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
whoops. Oh yeah,
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
and I'm like, here, let me give you some extra money because I forgot last time.
Yeah, I was actually using like some sort of like food carrier service, and like didn't see that there was an option to tip, and I was like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, like I want to give this person
Yeah.
extra money.
Yeah.
I thank them for like making my life more convenient.
Yeah.
I went to a restaurant the other day with Erin where at the bottom of the menu it says all orders will include a 20% gratuity.
All?
It's like to ensure our waiters get living like expenses paid for.
Why don't they pay their workers better, and
Yeah,
then
that's
our
exactly what
tips
it
can
should
go
be.
on top of it?
Yeah.
Because if I don't like someone's service,
I'm not gonna tip them.
Yeah.
Or
But it's
tip 'em
also
a
they
lot.
should
I'll
be-
give
they
them
should
the
be-
15% versus
Yeah,
the 20.
they should be getting paid minimum wage regardless, and not
Yes.
waiter
Yeah.
minimum
I
wage,
agree.
which is
Yeah.
whatever.
Not to make this political.
I mean,
Let's make it political.
I'm too socially awkward, so I always tip 20%
I
no
know.
matter what,
Same here.
if not more if they're really good. So
know.
it's like it's nice to just be able to be like sign and done.
I got a $5 sandwich for lunch and tipped like $2.50 on it, and I was like,
That's how
I do
to
shit like that all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck it.
I mean, would you ever tip like 50 cents? It's like no, never.
it's like- yeah.
Unless you're at like a bar or something. You're
Oh no, when I'm at a bar, I over tip way more.
Yeah.
I saw this thing too, and I was like, you assholes. Where somebody posted on Facebook, and they said, hey, here's how I do my tipping service. At the beginning of every meal, regardless of where I am, I put $5 on the table.
I saw that bullshit.
And depending on your service, I will take away $1 in front of the waiter. I was like, wow, really?
What a prick.
Yeah, like, okay.
Way to not
think you are.
empathize with your fellow human man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That almost seems like servant.
Yeah, no, and I think he at the end of it, he's like, it almost always guarantees like great service.
Yeah,
it's
I'm
like,
like,
well, it guarantees
cool.
that you're a fucking dick.
How
Yeah.
about be nice and then the person
I
will be nice
know.
back to you.
Yeah.
like-
And
That's all it takes.
people say it a lot, which I think is true, and I agree on the sentiment. It's like you should work food service or retail at some point in your life, or
Yeah.
at least have a good enough experience of someone else who works in the retail to understand how fucking much it sucks.
Yeah.
like what shit they have to put up with.
That being said, I also don't, because when I worked retail, I always did it to 100% of my ability. And I have very little patience for people that, just because you're in a shitty situation doesn't mean you shouldn't work 100%.
No, I
because
completely
that's how
agree.
you move up in the fucking company. To
Yeah.
stop having
But that's
your
what I
shitty
mean,
job.
though, is like you dealt with all the
Yeah.
shit, and you were like, this is what I deal with. Here
Yeah.
you go.
I
But
think
it's
it
like,
makes you a better person.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, for sure.
And also, it makes you appreciate that stuff more.
Yeah.
Like, I worked at a Burger King for 3 years, and whenever I go to a restaurant or any fast food, and it's like, something's wrong with the order or it's taking a while, it's like, I empathize with what,
Yeah.
like, how hard food service is and how stressful it is and how mean people could be when
Yeah.
they're hungry. It's like,
I'm sorry your order's taking 5 minutes instead of 3.
yeah. or like an extra 30 seconds
yeah.
even.
Or you get
Also,
yelled at
good
for something that's
karma.
totally not your fault.
You know,
You're
good
like,
karma.
"I'll
Be
settle it."
nice to everyone.
Yeah.
Customer service, retail, whatever.
Everyone.
It's like we didn't go back to the Burger King after we both puked after eating it.
No, we didn't.
I think that was the last time
It
I
was
ate a
like-
Burger King, but
I love
You wouldn't have
I
gotten
still-
it. You wouldn't have puked if I made your order. Well, I have no way to segue into these next topics. I wanted to make sure we got the ad reads out of the way before we
Yeah.
got into this because this is Ask Us Anything. It's from an anonymous user. And this person wants to know, are there any fetishes that would be a turn off for you?
there are definitely a couple.
There's a lot.
I'm open to most things.
I was gonna say we're pretty open-minded people.
Yeah.
You and I.
I mean, I've tried a lot of things, but my biggest one is because I boss people around all day, let me fucking be submissive. I don't want to think when I get home. Like,
Yeah.
don't make me dominant. I'm not the sort of like,
So if someone wanted you to like step on them
Yeah.
and whip them and
Yeah,
whatever,
no.
you'd be like, no.
you can do that to me. I will not do that to you.
Not enough. You know how many animators I've whipped today? 17.
My arm is sore.
He's like, play with my nipple. Play with my nipple.
This one right here.
I can't feel it, but I don't care.
Twist it.
Bob it.
Can you? Does it feel weird if you twist it? Does it hurt or no?
No, I don't think so.
Nice.
I mean, it feels like skin. Like twisting
Okay.
skin.
Okay, cool.
That's what I would think.
So no, you don't want to.
You don't wanna dominate.
I don't want to be dominant. I don't want to like deal with like if you're into being a baby or like
Oh,
yeah.
like incest more than like calling you daddy. I can deal with calling you daddy,
Oh,
but that's
no, thank you.
like
Nah, yeah.
But if it's like,
No bueno.
bro,
yeah, or if it's like I don't know, like if you want to dress up as a baby, no.
and
Stuff
like
like
shit
that.
your diaper.
I've watched too much TLC.
I was just
No
gonna say another
submissive
TLC
babies,
show.
Yeah.
There was one.
Change my diaper.
Michael shows me the footage all the time because he knows it disturbs me. But there's this guy who lived, I think he was in the UK, and he, of course, is like,
Is this the
like
guy in,
600
like,
pounds
the-
too.
yeah.
He loves dressing up like a baby and
Yep.
acts like a baby his entire life. And he met this woman online who is probably 800 pounds.
Yep.
And she's like, "Yo, I'll pretend to be your mother. Let's do this."
He
and
sits
so that's
in
how
a
they
high
live.
chair.
Yeah.
He like sleeps
It's
in a
so
crib.
weird.
I'll have to find you the clip.
Yeah.
But it's an amazing Djibouti dub.
Djibouti dubs. That's how I saw it. I think
Yep.
the first time I saw
my
Djibouti
God.
dubs.
Get that shit
I don't
out
even
of
know
my
if I've
face.
seen
There's
the original.
there's an episode of the first episode of Broad City, actually, season 1, was like Fred Armisen. So the girls are trying to like get money to go to a Lil Wayne concert, and they're like, ooh, like we'll clean, like let's post a Craigslist ad to clean your house or to clean someone's house, and so they post like 2 Jewesses like looking to clean for like an hour. And so Fred Armisen calls them up and he's like, all right, like come on over. So they show up and they're like, all right, we're here to clean your house. And he's like, like I'm a baby, and they're like, what? Like they just like flip their shit.
my Lord.
And he has all like you can tell he's like probably like an affluent guy, like he has all this money and stuff and like nice things, and they're like, would a baby own this? And like knocking all of his shit. And he's just like, yeah.
That's amazing. I gotta
Anyway.
watch this.
I remember that
Another
episode
one, Texas?
vividly.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Another
Pregatini.
Yeah, if you're into dressing up like a baby, you do you.
Yeah,
But
you do you.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna have sex with you while
Yeah,
we're
not
I
here-
got my own baby to deal with. So
We're not here to
fuck
kink
off.
shame.
Yeah.
Only we are.
Only we are. No
I'm
babies.
just gonna tell you stuff that kind of weirds us out.
Yeah.
I also like that you enunciated. You're like, went to a Lil Wayne concert.
I know. I was about to call you out on that. Is Lil Wayne or Weezy? Let's get it
No,
straight.
no, no. This is a cover band. Lil Wayne cover band.
Okay.
Little
Okay.
Wayne.
Okay.
Just two white dudes in cardigans.
Small Wayne.
You've never listened to the Carter 3?
Oh,
I
I've
highly
seen you.
recommend it.
I've seen you listening to Pussy Monster. Okay, I caught you doing that at work.
Maggie, what is Gangsta Nation?
So mine, gosh, I feel like I'm pretty vanilla, like most of the
Yeah,
time.
so I feel like a lot of fetishes would be like weird for you.
but like if someone was like, I want to meet furries, I probably couldn't do furries.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. Yeah.
I definitely couldn't do babies.
Don't do babies.
There are guys that are into
Illegal.
like balloons
does.
and like popping them or just like playing with the nippley part.
Oh,
Interesting.
no.
I watch too much of
Like feet,
TLC stuff.
feet thing.
sure,
Like I feel like
TLC.
a lot of fetishes that people are like, oh, like that's not too far off. I'd probably be like, maybe I'll try it, but like I'm not gonna enjoy myself.
Nipple clamps?
No, I would never. Oh God, that's not. I don't like. Listen, I'm very sensitive in every type of way, so that'd probably make me cry.
Oh, okay.
And then it just wouldn't
Even
be
the
fun.
idea, like right now, I'm
Yeah, I'm
holding
like,
myself
oh.
like this because I don't want to think
can
about
use
it.
Here,
Yeah.
I'll hold them
Oh,
for you.
nice.
Do you?
Yeah.
The
Fill up that
nipple clamps.
tolerance.
Yeah. Maggie needs to know a lot more about
Like
nipple
I
clamps.
said, not here to kink shame.
But Maggie.
Do you
Yeah.
not? You're a personal space kind of person too. Like in general,
Yeah.
do you not really enjoy when people like hug or try and get
It
like
just
all up
kind
in
of
your
depends.
biz?
Like I don't like definitely if all of you guys, if you hug me, I'd fucking
Yeah.
love it. But
Oh,
like
thanks.
strangers
Thanks,
and
Mariel.
stuff, like like there's some people who are just like, oh, like I'm like, oh.
And
So,
you're like,
If I like came up and tried to cup your vag, would that be too far?
well, so I remember a few. No, you could do whatever you want.
Thinking
I
back
remember-
to the last time you did this. Yeah, that was a little
Well, no, I
uncomfortable.
remember we've had a conversation before where you had told me like that you and Lindsay twat swat each other.
Oh, yeah.
And
It's,
after
it's
that-
mostly a one-way street. Let me clarify.
It's only happened a few times, let's be sure.
And after she told me that, I was like, fuck, I gotta be like on my guard now.
Yeah.
Like, I gotta. And so I remember there was a time. and
Mariel kept like,
I would walk by you and be like, "What's up, Maggie? How's it going?" Like, I gotta cover my girl.
Doing her b-boy pose.
Yeah. But
What's the hand motion for twat swatting?
oh,
Is it
it's
two
just,
fingers?
just like a
Yeah.
Oh, just like a whole
Like it
back
should be to
bend?
the front too.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
It's not like
Yeah.
like a front.
I mean, I'm not trying to get into vag. It's really more a clit slap.
Okay.
Because that's where the pain is,
like
you
one of those
know?
whips.
So, like, if you get hit in the labia, it's like, meh.
I've
I'm
seen you
also
do,
not
but-
into clit slaps.
Yeah, I've seen you do a few
want
easy
that.
ones where
Yeah.
it's still full arm extension. There's none of this wrist stuff where you're
Yeah.
like, ugh.
Fuck. I don't know.
I'm
Fetishes.
not into a lot of things. I feel like I'm also fairly vanilla. Like other than like the being dominated thing
Right,
like that,
yeah.
as we've
Stuff like
discussed
that,
before. Like
which
I
I
like
feel like-
that. But things like anything to do with piss or shit.
Oh, my
yeah.
god.
No, I
We
can
should
never
bring
understand.
Okay,
Texas
well-
back out here, actually.
So,
Why don't you come and tell a story?
Oh, do you know something I don't know?
I'm excited.
this story is good.
I'm so glad we have boom mics. Yes. Yes.
He also has a mic.
While we were doing makeup earlier, we were talking about, things that you don't like and whatever, or you find out like secrets about somebody. And one of my good friends is really into golden showers. And I just found out because I was going through his phone and he kind of freaked out a little bit. He's like, no, don't look at my phone. I was like, why? What's wrong with your phone? And I was like, oh God, what is that? Is someone peeing
Like a
on
video?
somebody? It was like it was a picture of like, all I saw was like
I
it was
mean,
quick.
it's
It was like
fake
snapped out of my hand, but it was like
material,
a penis and it was like a pea stream.
Oh.
And then it was out of my hand. And then I was,
Was
like,
it just the stream or did you see the destination?
I think I saw like a top of a head.
All right.
So,
Okay.
Wow.
and he was like, yeah, I really like.
Where I mean, when people are into golden showers, is that like getting pissed on the face, on the butt?
I
like
think it
I
can be
think it's
wherever.
everywhere.
yeah, I think it's
Anywhere?
like a dominance thing. It's like
Yeah.
you kind of like, oh, I own you or something, or like, I don't know. And I was kind of freaked out because I was like, you're so sweet and innocent.
It's
and
always
I
them.
can't believe
It's
that
always-
you
it's always
are
those
like
people.
into that. And I don't personally, that doesn't get me out.
Maybe
at all,
if you were just like, I really have to pee, but I just
yeah,
kind of want to
it
keep
better
going.
be an accident if that ever happens.
Yeah.
Like, oh, oops,
I
sorry,
don't wanna
that
stop
happened.
the session.
Yeah, that's
I feel like
yeah,
it'd be
so-
hard to be into golden showers if you were the girl who was into it, because it's like With a guy, you have an aim. It's like, I'm just going to squat over you.
Yeah.
And
Just
like,
pull one of these.
I don't know if it's going to go this way or that way.
People who claim that squirting is just peeing, and it's like, no, that's
No,
not
it's
true.
different. That's
separate.
different.
Yeah.
That's
It's
different.
not the
So,
same
Yeah.
liquid coming
So
in.
yeah, so golden showers they happen, and not my thing, but you know, hey, to each their own, whatever. You know, if it's in a shower situation or like, what is it, like vinyl sheets or something?
Yeah.
or,
Yeah.
you know, then
I like that
maybe
your
that'll
friend
work.
also owned it. He was like, yeah, that's right.
No, he actually, and then he was like, well, now you know a little bit more about me. I was like, yeah, I've known you for
Damn.
like 8 years. This is like, okay, maybe that's
nails.
Kind of respect
maybe it's
that.
your thing. So there you go. So that's
God,
it.
if I had something that like about me that someone found out like that, I'd be like, I can never look at
I'm
you
mortified.
again.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, going back to your like shit comment, it's like if you do anal, you're gonna have those accidents.
There's gonna be poop
Right.
involved.
Yeah,
at some
it's
point.
like you just have to lose some of that like embarrassment. Speaking of someone who has had anal multiple times, so I've shit on dicks.
Talked about your strap
It's,
on
it's
earlier.
not
Yeah.
it's not something I'm super proud of, but it's happened.
Man.
like
Can that be the title of this episode?
I've shit on dicks.
and it's like
People think you're just throwing down insults. It's like, no.
no,
Seriously.
there's literally been
I
shit,
like
but
knowing you. I don't know. I guess I don't know much about you because that to me is like shocking. Like when I look at
100%.
Maggie, I'm just like, Maggie is not shit
well,
on
I
a
mean,
dick.
you also have to know like when the shit is just about to explode too, so you can be like, get out now.
Question for you:
Yeah.
when you say you've shit on dicks, is
It's
it like
not
he
like-
pulls out and there's like some
Yeah,
remnants?
it's just there's
Okay.
residue. It's like I'm not gonna fucking clean all this shit out just so
Literally.
you can get your
You don't
like
enema beforehand.
Yeah,
Some people do.
It's like
I have heard,
it's
yes.
more something that my partner was into. It's like I was like, okay, if we have enough clitoral stimulation, I can get through this.
Maggie likes the
But-
booty play.
Yeah.
I love how you're explaining all this while holding your
I
notes.
know my notes. This isn't in my
Maggie.
notes. I'm just preparing
Maggie,
for the
you
next
a
part.
freak, Maggie. You're a freak, girl.
I'm
free.
just open. I am open to
I need like
everything.
a slow-mo
perfect.
playback of Mariel taking it there for me.
Yeah.
Don't knock until you try it, bro.
Oh my god. If someone was like, listen, this is what I'm into, I'd be like, all right.
I mean, at least try it
We'll
once.
try it out.
It's like
Jeff
that's
said
how
that.
I was.
Jeff
that's
was
the
like,
thing.
don't be afraid to try anal.
Yeah.
Thanks, Jeff.
It's things like that. I get like things that are not that crazy to try or like whatever, but like stuff with piss and shit.
Oh, yeah.
I just like.
Well, I mean,
there's
I'm
no
not
one I
gonna,
could
like,
love that
Cleveland
much.
steamer on someone.
No
you
dirty
know, like-
Sanchez.
yeah.
Okay.
But also like I get people have like foot fetishes and stuff like that, but like I never really understood that. Like someone being like,
Yeah.
I get off on.
I
feet.
think that's
It's
just
like,
a mental thing.
which is like I'm not shaming anybody
Yeah.
who feels that way. Like
Oh,
if that's
Don't be shitting on anyone.
don't suck my toes, don't lick my asshole without me giving you permission.
No salad tossing here.
Yeah.
Get out.
don't lick my asshole without giving me permission.
Oh, dear God.
Maggie.
Oh
Tombstone.
my lord.
2 shots.
God. I'm trying to even think now. I mean, we covered all the bases basically. It's like,
A question for those of us who are, we've all been in long-term relationships. Would there, like, if your partner person was like, I want to try this, would you be like 100%? Because like you guys, I mean,
That's
we're
how
all,
I got into anal.
we've all been comfortable.
I
and,
would
like, we've all been-
try a lot of things, but I think it's where I draw the line is the piss and shit. Like,
so you
yeah.
know.
like if one night Aaron came home and he's just like, give me a foot job, I'll be like, all right, let's try it.
You're like, all right, all right, I got this. Don't worry.
I have to like work on my ab work a little
Exactly,
bit.
there you go.
The
Get those
problem
quads
is
involved.
I have really cold feet. Which
Be
might
nice though. It'd be like a nice menthol-y feeling, you know? Like some
Oh,
people like
I've
the
heard
icy
menthol
hot or
is
whatever.
not great on your dick. Don't
Or,
put
like,
icy
don't-
hot on your dick.
Listen,
that is what I have
obviously,
learned.
I'm the expert on dicks here, so let me tell you what I hear about dicks.
How many dicks have you had in your mouth? You don't have to answer.
None. But isn't there like some like they sell like an icy, cool, hot condom?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they have like that sort of stuff, but don't put actual icy
Well,
hot.
no, of
on
course
your
not.
dick. I had an actor who did that because he liked to masturbate before.
I feel like that would be like
shows.
a cosmopolitan tip.
Yeah.
Good
Put
Cosmo.
some icy hot.
Do I know this actor?
No, this
Okay.
was like back in my
Princeton?
New Jersey. Yeah.
Okay.
Um,
I've known some actors do weird things.
yeah. No, he went to Tisch. He was the
Okay.
weirdest of the weird.
Got you.
Ah,
That's like a prank that they do in a lot of like freshmen
Yeah.
in college is they put the icy hot on their balls and you're like,
Yeah.
you just gotta deal. Like sit there and deal with it.
What was it? Fucking
prank
Revenge of
taping.
the Nerds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Lizzie McGuire's dad.
Well, is there anything that you think that would like, if someone brought it up to you in a sexual manner, you'd be like, nah, dude, like, I'm so turned off right now.
I'm trying to think. I mean, yeah, furries, a little weird.
The baby
not into
thing
that.
is-
Yeah, don't dress up like a baby. That's weird.
What about like if you pump and then they want to like spray it all over you while they come?
Also weird.
Your own breast milk.
I think that's the thing for me too. Is like I don't know. I could never do like I've seen videos of cum shots and shit. And like bukkake,
Yeah.
I'm like, no, you get that shit away
Yeah,
from my
are
face.
y'all
Get away from my
cool
face.
with cum in your hair?
I'm cool
Nah.
with it.
Nah,
Yeah.
dog.
I'm like
obviously.
hair,
I'm down for a
no,
facial.
face
Yeah.
is okay.
If it's like incidental,
just
like, oh, it
eyelashes
happened to
are
get in my
bad.
hair in the midst of this. Okay,
Yeah, that's
but don't
whatever.
aim for me.
Yeah.
No.
Don't be
I mean,
coming for me.
ideally we get this section because that's easy to like clean up.
Here's the thing about getting cum in your face. There's no sexy way to be waiting for it. Because
Yeah.
you're just like,
No, right?
you're like, it's coming, like, I'm like wanting to close my eyes, but I still want to look good, so you're like, doing what
I usually just like
terrible.
I usually just leave my mouth open and my eyes closed. So I'm just
Wait for it.
That sounds like the fucking
Bracing.
worst, you guys. Why?
like, okay, so do y'all spit or swallow?
I swallow.
It depends.
Okay, I think it's rude to spit.
It's
like-
cleaner to swallow.
Yeah.
You don't have
I
shit all
I
over
don't want
your...
to offend someone by being like, "Oh, your cum's in my mouth."
Oh, I don't give a shit. I'll offend the hell out of you. I don't care. This is
Where
my
do you
time.
spit it though? Do you spit it back on their dick?
No, I
But,
go in
I
the
mean-
sink. I'm like, well,
Oh, I'm not keeping that in my mouth for that long. You
Or-
gotta
or
oyster
back.
that
As a
shit.
fellow swallower,
Yeah.
I'm sure you've had some not so great
Oh,
tasting things.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And now
why you
every
have a
time my
drink at the
sinuses
ready.
drain in a certain way, all I taste is cum.
Yeah. Yeah. You can tell a guy's diet based on
Yeah.
how good or bad.
Oh my god,
Right.
Maggie, you have
Correct.
given us so many great titles.
a very caring person too would also leave a nice drink for you before
Yeah.
the session starts.
Yeah.
Be like, hey, should this be bad? Here's a Dr. Pepper.
A chaser.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. Appreciate it.
There was one guy I was with who like just absolutely did not want to come like in my mouth, and I was like, or like come when I gave him a blowjob, and I was like,
Like, what?
what,
he not
why am
turned
I
on?
even giving you the blowjob at this point?
What is the
Like,
point?
Did it
Like-
then lead to something else, or was it like this is it? Like,
No, I
Did
mean,
he want
it
to
was
just like finish on you or like to
No,
himself?
just like didn't feel comfortable coming into a girl's mouth or like on a, and I'm just like,
I can at least appreciate the courtesy. All right.
I guess, but it's like, am I not good enough to get you to come? Like you don't think I'm good
Maggie's
enough?
like, make me your bitch.
Yeah. I don't want to be dominant. Make me submissive.
I'll suck harder. I'll do it.
Yeah. I read Cosmo. I know what I'm doing.
I can please my man.
I can understand from a male perspective how that would be enjoyable,
Yeah.
but I don't understand from
From a
the
female
opposite.
perspective?
Yeah, I
mean,
just like
it's
I
just
just
like-
Women, I don't
like
know.
give me
Yeah.
some goggles, give
I
me
think
like
it's like a
mouth guard.
like
hard
a
hat.
wanting to please someone.
Yeah,
kind of
it's like,
perspective.
hey, I really like you, and your bodily fluids don't gross me out.
Okay,
So,
I can understand that.
I've met some women, especially in college, and you know exactly what I'm talking about. But they're like, I love it. I love
Yeah.
giving head. I'm like, all right, she loves
more
giving
power
head.
to
whatever.
you.
yeah.
Yeah.
Why not?
I tried to learn how to deep throat a while ago. So,
Got some training.
well,
Did you like progress?
They teach you like, because I was looking up like sword swallowing, so like that seemed like the best avenue to learn how to deep throat.
Casual.
So you just like
that's
the
how
way
they do
I
it.
was taught was like just stick your toothbrush further and further back every day and try to gag less and less.
I
my
still
God.
gag on my toothbrush.
Every time. That's how I know I'm so gay, because every time I brush my teeth, I gag.
No, I do that too. I was able to get about 4 inches and couldn't go past that.
Do your like light dicks on fire too? You're like, this is what they do in the movie. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's what they do with the
Let's
sword.
make it
It helps it go down easier.
Dear God.
I'm just gonna throw in one last one. Don't vomit on me during sex. Okay, cool.
Oh, yeah,
my
yeah.
God, yeah.
I have accidentally vomited on a
That's
person
fine.
before.
That's incidental.
Yeah.
Like if you're drunk.
No, like if the dick goes too far.
Oh,
Yeah.
I've had some close calls.
Yeah.
Where
I've
I
seen
felt
some
like
videos of like that. But,
Yeah. Some guys are into it.
yeah.
Ugh.
Not
Another
me.
fetish.
No vomit.
No.
Let's
No,
finish
thank you.
things up with sexpertise, and it does have something. This ties into our fetish conversation. And this one comes from Anonymous. As a guy, I really enjoy anal, both giving and receiving. But with the social stigma of guys taking things up the butt, I'm always nervous to tell a sexual partner about my desire to be pegged. How would you recommend approaching this with the future partners I have? And have any of you had trouble bringing up a fetish that you felt was embarrassing due to social stigmas?
I feel like if you're with the right sort of person, that they'll be willing to at least try it.
Yeah.
But you should also respect like their views on it, and if they need to be warmed up to it or like talk about it more.
Stuff like that I have no trouble trying once.
Yeah.
I don't think I would like it because like Maggie, I like to be dominated. I don't
Yeah.
like to feel masculine during sex, and I feel like if I pegged someone, I'd feel like
I mean,
like
there
the
are
dude
times
in the
when you can just be
situation.
like, you don't have to like full on peg. You can just be like,
Dude, I cannot get. Aaron's got a badonkadonk. It's gonna take like I gotta like like.
And he's so hairy too.
He actually is fairly like his.
He's like-
his. I don't want to tell too much about Aaron, 'cause he's not here. But he actually is like he's.
Well, we got him right over here.
He's mostly hairy on his chest and his
Okay.
face.
Okay.
That's
Once you
pretty
make
much where
it
it
through
is.
the forest, you reach the hills.
yeah.
And they have eyes.
If that person like has a hairy butthole and wants like tongues
tongue
going
in
in
there?
there, and it's like
A rim job.
there are times with the balls where it's even like this is getting a little close to your butthole and I can smell a little too much. So it's like you got to be real careful about that one.
Yeah.
You can also shower beforehand. Courtesy
yeah.
shower is nice.
Yeah.
Well, I think this guy seems to be asking like, how do you bring it up about
I mean,
wanting to be
Communication is key.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't bring it up like right away or
pegged?
anything.
Yeah, I think if you're in a new relationship, it's like you should find someone who accepts
Yeah.
you, but it is one of those things that people might not be comfortable with it right off the bat.
so just kind of work with them and understand where they're coming from and just
and
honest
maybe do start with like,
conversations.
I like, if you like touch me there.
Yeah.
Start with that. Maybe like a finger.
Play a little
Yeah.
bit. Go for it.
And I mean, I definitely like, as surprising as it may be in today's society, well, not really, trying, like, me being a submissive person when people know me career-wise first or, like, know me in certain roles first is really confusing to people.
Yeah.
Like, and just, like, that whole thing was really hard for me to broach with a couple of people because it's like, I don't want you to pretend to rape me,
Yeah.
but I do want you to do certain things, and it's like, how do I explain this to a person?
Right.
I don't know. It's like I think with all of these questions, it's always like you just have to communicate and make sure that like, you're both, I guess, giving equally. I would, that, but like definitely bring it up. I mean, bring it up and just be like, hey, like, this is something I'm kind of into. How do you feel about that? And they may be like, listen, I'm not into it. And then you're like, all right, well, that's fine.
Yeah.
Or it may not be fine. I mean,
But
it just kind of depends on how serious this thing is
The
for you.
relationship can still develop even if
Right.
they say that right away. It's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
I know the first time I had anal, like the person I was talking with, like was super into it, brought it up right away, and I was like, I don't have a prostate. I don't understand why I would be into this. And so like it took a few months and we kept talking about it and like made sure that situations were in a way where I was completely comfortable and was able to be aroused before anything happened and just like it became part of the moment, which I feel is really important.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Basically comes down to trust.
Yeah, and I think it's like if you're with someone and they say like, oh, I don't know if I'm into that. I don't know if I want to try that. Like, if it's a deal breaker, it's a deal breaker.
Yeah.
If it's like, all right, we could still have a good relationship and maybe we'll revisit this at some point in the future when we're a little closer and like feel more comfortable with each other. Because
Yeah.
it's like if you're in a new relationship and you're like, hey, you want to peg me? It's like someone might be like,
Yeah.
oh, like I've never done that before.
Right
I might
away?
feel
Huh.
weird about that right now.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
And it's like, even if it doesn't work out romantically because of this fetish, it's like you're at least setting up a relationship to have with a close friend
Yeah.
at that point.
Exactly.
So, win-win.
Win-win.
Win.
Well, good luck, Anonymous.
Exactly.
Do you have
Win-win.
anything to add?
Win. Not really. I just think about Maggie being like, yeah, I like more aggressive men. I'm like, I feel like I'm not quite like polar opposite where I'm not like into being the dominatrix one, but I'm definitely, I don't know, I demand respect in the
Yeah.
bedroom. Damn it. I'm like, no.
You don't want to, you're not the one that's like going to be tied up and
No,
like
fuck that.
let
No.
them do whatever
No.
you want.
Or like, because Michael's an asshole, sometimes like we'll be, messing around having fun and then he'll like
Yeah.
smart off. I'm like, okay, all right, hang on, time out. Let's stop right now and talk about the fact that you just said that. Fuck you. Okay, now back to fucking you.
Now fuck off together.
Yeah. You can always, you just gotta have fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. And communication.
Yeah.
We'll probably say that every single
Open
episode.
and honest communication is the most important thing you can do. I know it seems difficult at first, but like trying to breach those hurdles of if you can or cannot honestly talk to a person earlier on in the relationship will probably help in the long run.
Yeah. It'll set it off on a good path.
What does Paul Rudd say? Let's all just have a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stop into
Have a good
bish.
time. Well, if you want to submit a question or a shot or anything for Sexpertise, My First Time, Ask Us Anything, The Worst, any of that stuff, you can email alwaysopen@roosterteeth.com. We'd love to hear from you. Thank you, ladies, for joining me on the first episode of the season.
We did it.
Cheers.
Cheers.